I got you. Or just probably show up to the house with it running. I don't know. You never know, man. Shoot.
That would be spectacular.
Right?
Cool.
That'd be even better. All right, dude. I'll let you know, man. Hope you have a good one, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Yep. Later. Bye.
All right, so this is the form that I ended up finding right here on WranglerTJForms.com. It's pretty cool. I made myself a membership on there, one of these, for free. You know how it is. I just wanted to post and get some feedback from a lot of the other guys that maybe might have had the same problems and other Jeep stuff as well. But usually, typically, the typical symptoms that my situation has right now, which is the Jeep cranks and cranks but won't start, and the dash gauges don't work. So starter cranks and cranks, but engine won't start up and run. I have that problem. Fuel gauge and voltage gauge may not work or display properly. That's the only problem that I have. You sometimes will have no bus on the odometer after 30 to 60 seconds. I haven't had or seen that problem. A failed CPS may or may not throw a cell trouble code. I haven't had any codes thrown up, at least that I can read from the dashboard. No spark at the spark plugs. Definitely have that problem. Fuel pump should run and prime for 3 seconds. It runs and primes for 3 seconds. So that's another one that I have, but it doesn't say it shouldn't. So I'm assuming that the fuel pump works. Begin with basic troubleshooting of the start and charge system. Remove and clean firmly. Reconnect all the wires and cables to the battery, starter, and alternator. That's where I'm going to start off here in a second. That's where we're about to go check out. Look for corroded or damaged cables or connectors and replace as needed. That'll be the second one that we go to. Do the same for the grounding wires from the starter to the engine block, and from the battery and engine to the Jeep's frame. That's what we're going to do after that. Maybe probably do it at the same time as we're checking the starter and the alternator. You should remove, scrape, clean until shiny, yada, yada, yada. And whatever they bolt to. Jeeps do not tolerate low voltage, bad connection, or bad grounds. And the ECU may behave oddly until you remedy this. This step right here, change the fuel pump relay and the ASD relay with one of the other similar ones in the PDC. I've already done that. I swapped out the horn and the fuel relay pump, which they use the same one, because the horn actually works, and it still didn't fix that problem. Confirm the fuel pump runs for 5 seconds with the ignition on. It does that. And then if none of this stuff up here work, we're going to go on to this one right here, because I don't think I've done any of this. Eliminate the NSS as a cause of no start. Wiggle the shift lever at the same time you try to start. Put the transmission in neutral and do the same. Do the reverse lights come on when the shifter is in reverse. I haven't done any of that stuff, so we're going to get to that after I get to this top part. And then we're just going to work our way down the list until we figure out the problem, guys. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I need to get back on. I need to put back in here and the Jeep, but I just need to get her running, so that's the first thing. I would ask you to come by, but I know that you don't like leaving your house after 1 o'clock.
Well, Manny, I like between 2:15 and 3. I like to not be traveling around the area, like around the immediate block. But oh well, if I do, just an inconvenience.
Yeah. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go down the list of this thing that I was saying. Start off and reconnect the wires, that battery to the starter and alternator. I'm going to start tacking all of that stuff.
Oh, David had a problem very similar that turned out to be His negative battery terminal just needed to be tightened.
That's funny.
And he was completely stranded and couldn't figure it out because something like his lights would work, but it wouldn't. And would try to crank, but just couldn't.
I'm gonna need a new battery after this. I already know this. I'll get after this now. I'm gonna start tackling. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the starter and the alternator cables because I know the battery ones should be good.
Right. Well, and you also know that the starter cable's good because when it cranks.
Yeah.
While you're looking around in there, just see if anything's loose or unplugged, or check everything that's plugged into itself and make sure that it made that last little click. Oh, well then, excellent. Then give me a call tomorrow, and not at 6, but yeah, around 6, 7 o'clock, and we'll get together when daylight hits and work on it for a few hours if you want.
Sounds good.
And if you do get it figured out, shoot me a text. Shoot me a happy text.
I got you. I'm gonna dabble with it for a couple hours maybe before it gets a little late, and see if I can't. Definitely will. I'll send you a happy smiley face or a call. Maybe I'll probably give you a call, or just probably show up to the house with it running. I don't know. You never know, man. Shoot.
That would be spectacular.
Right? Cool. That'd be even better. All right, dude. I'll let you know, man. Hope you have a good one, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Yep. Later. Bye.
Bye. Positive, negative. And where do they all come from? Ooh, that bolt looks corroded right there. That's a ground wire. Another ground wire is this one right here. You'll be able to see it, that one right there. Now positive wire down here. You gotta check out as well too. That looks corroded as well. Alright. So yeah, we got a few that we could check out. Let's get this started. Don't have any PB blaster. I figured that before we attack this, I figured we might as well get some PB blaster, at least hit some of these bolts and nuts to rust out that might be rusted, because it looked like there was some of them that has some good amount of Do I need anything else over here? Excuse me. Hey, huh?
How you doing?
I'm good. Let's take this.
Just that?
Yeah.
You got it, man.
Got a bunch of rusty bolts. Let's get out of here. So we gonna attack this one right here. Put some PB blaster on that. I'm not gonna put any PB blaster on that one right there. Just gonna leave that one how it is. I'll show you a little bit when I get everything. But there's two. When I follow the positive, there's two cables that come out of the positive. The shorter one that comes here to the fuse box, come all the way down. There's the one that goes to the starter down here, and then the ground wire that goes to the engine block, and then the one up to the frame, and then then another ground wire that comes to the alternator. I'm gonna check that one. And then let's go under the car. So we have right here. We got a starter. We got the pop that we gotta check out. Right there. That positive one. Look at the bolts, those things are corroded as hell. Look at those things, yeah. Those bolts need to be checked. For sure. Thing's corroded. I don't even know what this thing is right here. I gotta fix that. This right here. I don't even know what that is. I bought the Jeep like that. I gotta take a look at that. So we're gonna start off with that, the alternator, the battery, and go from there. Hopefully that'll get us to somewhere. All right, let's get to it. Anything else comes back or readjust this. So let's test that out real quick. Still nothing. It's still nothing. Still nothing. Should we try to turn it over? Yeah, nothing. So yeah, it wants to turn over. Just does it. But We're gonna figure it out, alright guys? We're gonna figure it out. So, I already jumped through a few of this stuff because it was a little boring. I didn't think you guys wanted to watch any of that. But, the fuel pump relay and ASD relay with one another is similar to eliminate the relay cause. I already did that. Cause at the fuel pump, runs for a second, I already did that. This is where I started off. This is where I left you guys at. Eliminate the NSS as a cause of no start. Wiggle the shifter level at the same time. You try to start. Put the transmission in neutral. And do the same. Put the reverse lights on. Do they come on? Shifter? Yes, my reverse lights do come on. I had to check to see because the driver's side was off, so I literally just had to bump it and it came back on. Check the wires and wires connector, the O2 sensor and exhaust pipe. A short circuit from the melted installation, a broken O2 sensor wires can blow a fuse. I already did all of that. The O2 sensor looks perfectly fine. The wires don't look hooked, nothing like that. They actually look better than the wires that go to the CPS connector. But excuse me. If the CPS connector fails, sometimes due to the trouble code reader cannot make connection. I don't have a code reader for the OBD1. I tried my OBD2 code reader and it doesn't pull anything, and it still doesn't have any check engine lights on the dash as well too. But that could be because it's not, the cluster's not communicating. Crankshaft position sensor can have intermediate thermal failure. That means that the CPS fails when the engine gets hot, but works again when it cools down. I never had an overheating problem with my engine. I never had any overheating problem, even when I switched over to an electrical fan. Which is funny because actually this one started how happening when I had an electrical fan. I had a relay ended up popping. I popped like 3 of them inside of them, so I'm kind of curious to see if there's anything that had to do with that, but hopefully not. Okay, so this is where I wanted to bring you guys back on, right? So diagnose steps to confirm the CPS is the cause of your no start, right? So I'm about to go and run this test right now, but just before I do, let's just read the steps that they tell us that we should try to test out. You should be able to verify a bad CPS by unplugging it and turning the ignition key to on. If the voltage gauge and or the fuel gauge now displays correctly and or the no bus is gone, replace the CPS. So let's go do that. So from what the form is saying is that this middle connector here should be a ground. A, B, and C. So this middle connector here should be the ground, crankshaft signal, and then 5-volt supply right there. So let's check this out. I'm gonna go turn the key. You guys let me know if you guys hear anything, okay? Hey, that's the kind I want too. Hold on, G. Check out who's one of my best friends over here from the military. What's up, my guy? Call me. And this is what I'm getting with the AB connection right there. 3.8. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna turn the key off. Turn it back on. Let's see if it drops. Okay, and we got 6.1, 6.2. Turn the ignition on again. .8, 3.9, that's AB. Actually, no, it's a lie. That was BC. So that's BC. Had what, 6.1? Yeah, 6.1. Okay. And then AB, I get a 62. That's in DC as well. That's 62, 61. That shouldn't matter. I don't know what happened there, but that just jumped into 92. That's connected to the AB side. I don't know if you guys can see right there. It's connected to the AB side right there. So it's 82, 89. My battery box is flashing. $82, $81. What was the AB connection? Let's check this out. AB connection, ABC. It should be crankshaft position sensor signal. Okay. And then the 5-volt supply. Okay, crankshaft position sensor and volt supply. Okay. And it's dropping. That's probably because the battery pack is dropping as well. And the voltage. But I'm still not getting. Down to 61. And AB is the signal.